Alrighty, so, welcome to another new series, or not new, but another series, rather. It's not new once it gets past, like, a year or two from whenever I started recording this, slash uploading this and releasing it. But other than that, we're in a new series. This is a game that I really had interest in looking into and playing. I believe I looked it up the last time I was thinking about it, and it was 2016. I bought this game kind of a year ago or 2 years ago or something like that. A year ago, I think. About a year ago now. Because I was just like, why didn't I get this game? It's like, why? It's one of those like games that were heavily made with, or it was heavily out there with YouTube, where a lot of people were doing Let's Plays of this game when it first came out in 2016, I believe it was. Which was quite a long time ago. That was like when I finally started becoming, or going to school into game development stuff, and this was one of those mini games that I thought about and saw, but I really didn't look into it too much. So I have absolutely no clue what to expect in this game, except for knowing the premise, which is like I'm a park ranger or some sort of like national ranger who's like out here doing something, and I have like a walkie-talkie talking to some lady. I'm assuming the lady is like another ranger or his wife. I can't remember exactly which one. And then it kind of goes into this like weird existential thing, I think, because I know there's a few other scenes that I saw glimpses of, but I don't remember too vividly what they look like, of things happening. But yeah, today we're playing Firewatch. I'm RozaldVane. Weird introduction. I always do that because I feel like it's a great way to not talk about welcome to the game name and then my name and then we go into a detailed explanation. I kind of felt like it was kind of boring to start off that way sometimes. So I just wanted to break that habit, always, in a weird way. Like you'll probably see in more of my series in like in the last like 4, 5, 6, 7 years that I've started making videos for the channel. But anyways, I don't really have anything to say, really. I really don't, because I have absolutely no idea. I know it's from the studio of Campo Santo. That's the only thing I would say. And I know that studio got bought up by Valve. I know that they had a game that they were making, which is this sort of like Egyptian-style something. But I kind of felt sad that they didn't really, like, release it since 2018, 2019. I can't remember when they revealed it, but they revealed it and then they just disappeared because they got ate up by the Valve studio, Valve Corporation, and they unfortunately have no longer had any sort of game development freedom that they usually had. Maybe I don't know. I'm making assumptions there, but otherwise I am a little bit saddened by the fact that they didn't get to make their next game. And they're now stuck to doing whatever they're doing over there. I mean, it might be a good thing, it might be a bad thing, who knows. I'm not going to speak for them, nor am I going to make any more assumptions for the studio. But I'm looking forward to this. I don't know what to expect here. What we got? Special features, got the audio tour. I'm assuming is like a developer commentary, which I've seen a few of them. Camera roll upload, and then free roam. Oh, that's interesting. You get to free roam the game if you check things out. So this is the setting. I turned down the music. I booted this game up for the first time, and so I just did everything for the audio. Subtitle was not on, so I had to turn that on. Brightness was up a little bit. Graphics is custom because I had to turn down motion blur all the way down. Medium for shadow because my recordings are gonna not look the greatest anyways on YouTube. I feel like YouTube is always gonna crunch your game anyways in terms of how it looks. I think it's 1080p, but I don't know why. I guess this is the type of UI I'm not a big fan of, where it's just like, why isn't it like a bit more like focused onto the right thing? So controls is whatever it is. I have to adjust the mouse sensitivity, but we'll have to see what that is. But anyways, enough wasting time. I already waste about 5 minutes, and so let's start a new game. I hope that my camera placement's correct. Campo Santo presents. In cooperation with Panic Inc. and Panic Incorporate. Boulder, Colorado, 1975. Okay, so I've never been to Colorado, so this is intriguing. You see Julia. Assumption Julia looks like a woman who's pretty. Right? I don't know. Am I supposed to do something? Oh, like that actually is an option. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby Colorado University Boulder, or CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. Oh, so it's some sort of party thing. You are drunk. You are drunk. What do you want to say? You're pretty. Or so what's your major? I feel like if I was drunk, I wouldn't ask questions. Instead, I would just say stupid things like that. You're pretty, she says. Oh wait, no, I see. Wait. Oh no, it's her. I thought it was him. You're pretty, she says coolly. You are not. You're a future hungover. What? You reply confused. Someone should buy you a cheeseburger, she says. She flags down a waiter, and 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. Okay, I guess. I'm wondering if those are like actually big decision choices of what's gonna go down. Left click to use object. Ooh, okay. Pick up. I'm guessing I'm a little laggy at the moment too. Oh, it's kind of weird. It's a little fast with the it's a little fast with the speed of the mouse cursor. Let me mouse sensitivity. Shoot. Oh, that kills it overall. Let me get it to 65. I really don't know what the numbers are, like what they represent in terms of what it is. So, hope that setting actually saved. Actually, okay, it did. A little bit better. Yeah, because this is a narrative game. This is not a first-person shooter, so I shouldn't be too fast. But I'm usually... Is there achievements that require me to do something silly out here? I feel like sometimes it would just be silly just to have early achievement stuff. Oh, this is a lighting problem I see. Where's this light source coming from? Is it because it's bleeding from the upper areas, I guess? Kind of funny. Well, let me check these places out. Okay, there's nothing here. Oh, I can just go around and just see these. Oh, okay, well, I guess that's what it is. Can I not jump, I guess? I'm pressing spacebar, so I can't really jump. Can I walk out without having... I can't sprint either. Oof, I can't sprint. Why? Can I walk out without the car? No, I have to literally get in the car and get out. Okay. This parking lot reminds me of the many parking lots I've grew up with, honestly. I mean, there's some places that don't have parking lots like these, really, but there are a few places that that literally look just like those kind of parking lots a lot of times, in America specifically. I don't know if other countries have them or not, but anyways, you date for over a year. Okay, I was misreading. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. It's great. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. I think the characters are voiced, but I think these sections don't really seem voiced at all because they want you to read a descriptor, I guess. Because I know there was voices in the game, or voice acting in the game. Julia wants a dog. Wants to get a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. Why? There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German Shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. Oh no, you literally won me over with the badass comment. Damn it, I hate this. Undersized or intimidating gentle-eyed? I don't really know. This is a really hard choice. Can we have both? It's the whole like little girl with the commercial. She's just like, people were like arguing like this or that, and then she's like, why not both? It's like that gif for that picture. I don't know really. This is a weird one. names him Bucket, names him... Honestly, this Beagle makes it worse because you're naming him Bucket. I mean, some people might like Bucket for a name, but I don't think a Bucket for a name. I don't think Bucket is a good name, in my opinion. But I'll take Mayhem. Mayhem's an excellent dog. He loves wrestling with you in the park and goes with Julia on her runs. Even though he's too big to bring to school, Julia loves him all the same. Mayhem is a friend, child, and pet all rolled into one. Okay. I guess he covers everything. 1979. You talk out on the deck. It's summer 19:30 p.m. 9:30 p.m. 19:30 p.m. God dang it. It's summer 9:30 p.m. and the heat still radiates off the high desert. What do you think about the kids? She asks. Or, what do you think about kids? I don't think anybody says... I don't think people say, what do you think about kids? More like, what are your thoughts on kids? Is what I would think she'd say. What are your thoughts on kids? She asks. Kids? They're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have some, a couple of little idiots. That would be pretty good. One day, why not? Why rush? I really don't know the background of their personalities that much to the point to determine this. I think this is more of a personal preference kind of thing. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm guessing why not, since it's kind of sounding like it's getting to that point really fast. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say. These kids are going to be screwed up enough. It's probably for the best that their parents are hitched. You say she's absolutely right. No denying her. Just take it. Ooh. Alright. So what do we got here? What do we have out here? I've never been to Colorado, but if this is a piece of nature that Colorado offers, that's pretty beautiful. What does it say? Fire danger today. Very, very fire danger today. So I'm guessing we're going to be having to get away from a fire that's going to start up randomly. Where's my backpack? I'm supposed to grab my backpack. What? Oh, it's a hat. Do I wear it? It's a cowboy hat, though. Oh, jeez, I can't even examine this properly. It's a cowboy. Oh, jeez, I'm trying to examine this properly because I can't read the word. Put on is to hold. Okay. It says Cody, Wyoming. Ah, okay. Put it on. Wearing a hat. No achievement. Damn it. I actually like achievements. I'm an achievement hunter kind of guy, so. Do not forget to check in. No fireworks. That's definitely necessary considering it's a park. You're in their community, or you're in their country. Learn to live with bears. Warning. Thoroughfare trail is not recommended for inexperienced hikers. And then there's the map, I'm guessing. Two Forks is the map. Thoroughfare trailhead. Okay. I don't think we can examine this any further than it is, so we're gonna get going. Man, this place is very interesting. $19.80. It's Thursday night and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. That's okay, so that's 7 years after the previous time frame of the dog and the conversation about the kid. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. You get mad or ignore her. I don't know if... I don't want to get mad at her, nor do I want to ignore her. I personally wouldn't do that. I'd just say, oh, like, you're home late. Like, that would just casually just talk and see what's going on. I don't want to get mad at her. It says that she's clearly been having a fun time, so I'd rather just leave it. It's kind of mean to just do that. But at the same time, if I neglect her, It feels like I'm just not caring about her in a weird way. So that's kind of like the weird thing. I'm just like, it's conflicting between the two in my head. You don't touch each other all night. The next day, you feel guilty for being so angry and ask her about her evening. She says it was great. You hold on to a tiny pill of resentment. You made some coffee and go to work. Oh, come on, man. 1981, 1 year later. She still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all places you go. She draws you. You pose and flex like He-Man. You frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. Interesting. I still keep feeling like these choices are a big deal for how the story's gonna go, but I really don't know. I'm gonna take the He-Man pose. You look awesome. Somehow I have to be the one deciding that. Oh, it's getting afternoonish. Dude, the coloring of the environment, or the lighting coloring, the color grade of the whole environment is really cool. But it's so weirdly unique to go for a very orangey tone. My eyes are hurting though. Truth be told, I think it's nice, but I think at the same time it hurts my eyes because orange is such a painful color to look at. For a particular orange, which is this kind of orange, the bright orange color can kind of hurt my eyes a little bit. 2 Forks Fire Lookout. Or lookout. 2 Forks Lookout Tower, 8 miles still. 8 more miles still. Okay. Can we jump over this now? Yeah. But wait a minute, I can't jump and jump. 1982. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking mayhem at night. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. What the frick? Mayhem runs away. Wait, why is Mayhem running away? What the heck? Fudge! Dog! Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she is stressed. You confront the attacker. Oh no, do I want to get stabbed, or do I want to just scare him away with intimidation? I actually want to get into a fight, I guess. I'm willing to take a scuffle on myself. Mine as well. Your arms gets cut up, but you beat the guy to a pulp. You don't feel very tough. You cry your eyes out before the cops show up. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay. You don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. Wow. Okay. 1984. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Why? I mean, it makes sense because they were in their 20s in the 1970s, right? So they're now in their 30s. Their mid-30s, I think. Yeah, I think they're like in their mid-30s or their early 30s. One of those things. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job. Associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. You absolutely do not. Oh, this is a rough one. I've never been in this situation where a significant other is having a job opportunity, and I don't want to hold her back though. I know there's some relationships in real life that truly works out with the whole commuting back and forth, but oftentimes it doesn't work out. Oftentimes, like I'd say like an 80% chance it won't work out, and a 20% chance it will. But that's only dependent on the relationship between the two characters or the two people. Like, how deep is this relationship? If the relationship is not deep enough, most oftentimes it just leads to the division of the two things. Man, this is a tough choice. You know what? Considering how Firewatch is going, it looks like I'm alone on all this, so I might as well just say that she should just go without me. Because I think at this point, I feel like our character is really not really like able to hold on forever with her, and it's just, yeah, because she had a great time, and then he didn't really get any sort of like it feels like they're not really being together anymore. Like they're just there for each other's comfort at times, but they aren't truly choosing to, like, hang out with each other enough, I feel like. I don't know, it just feels very weird. But I also think it's something for her. Like, if it's something stable for her, I feel like it's better to let her go and discover that for herself. You ask her if she will commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that it'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if it's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. Oh, that's really rough, though. That's a pretty rough thing. 1985, another year later. Julia sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. What? She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. Whoa. Is she doing alright? She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. Oh. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it. You make macaroni and drink wine and try to forget about it. Ooh, I don't like playing I don't want to play the game of ignorance. I'm not the kind of guy who likes to do that. I want to talk about it, though. Yeah, because we need to know what's going on with her. Because if she's easily forgetting... Yeah, I'm gonna ask about it. She's gonna probably break down somehow or do something really bad to me, I bet. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they were worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She's 41? Oh yeah, we're not getting... If she's past the age of 40, or if she's in her 40s, kids are not going to be easy to come for whatever it is. Like, it's not going to be easy to have kids at that point, because there's a certain age that ladies become unable to, like, have kids. I mean, 40 is risky still, because you're not going to have a lot of chances. But I think her onset dementia thing is actually worse, because it means that she literally will have a lot of problems. And I feel like this might be a very different thing going on versus, like, Alzheimer. I'm assuming that it's not the same in this particular case. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. Keep it a secret? Why? Keep it a secret from who? Actually, who are you keeping the secret to? Oh, so we actually get to see how we look like. What the frick? That is hilarious. That he actually opened the journal and the first thing we see is the drawing of our character in the very exposed way. I don't know if that's a He-Man pose though. What's a He-Man pose look like? I would say He-Man pose is like double arm up, but I also don't think I've watched enough He-Man to know what his real poses are. Or maybe it would be like the sword thing. He would just hold it up like this, like a Scottish warrior. Mayhem is getting older. The dog, of course. He's got silver hair down his back and slows down at night. You and Julia walks him to the bar to see your friends, and it feels like nothing has changed. Julia goes back to the university. Wait, she's actually able to go back? After that whole breakdown? 2 years later again, 1987. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She is devastated. She is sent home on permanent medical leave. No, that's so destructive. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn child little idiots. Wait, what? Some days you get Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. What? Oh, that's devastating. She pulls you into the bed to make love. After 5 minutes, she goes into a panic, believing her dad is at the door. What? Wow, that is insane. You tell her family, they are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. So her family's in Australia? What? For a while, your friends come by and with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. Oof. 1988. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel the nurse. Daniel's the nurse? I don't know why my brain was like, Daniel's the nurse? He's just that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care, a home. It sits with you for a couple months. You decided to move her into a full care facility. You're determined to take care of her by yourself. I don't want that. I don't want to, not because I don't think that I can do it, or that I don't think our character can do it. I just think that it's just, like, if we don't have a medical attention enough, and things are just going to keep getting worse like this, it's just going to get worse. Like, because she's already clear as day, like, she would forget who I am as a character, or as a person to her. So, if she's forgetting me, like, on and off, it's just gonna suck the most, where I just can't grapple with the fact that she cannot remember me at all. So, if I do this, that means that she's gonna forget me entirely. But if I do this, if I choose this choice, which I noticed that the line is not showing up. Really? Are you kidding me? Why is my choices not showing up on OBS? I'm just noticing it. The one on the right, letting her live on her own, is a choice. Like, living with us is a choice that would help her not forget us. But if we let her go off to the full care facility, she'll forget us. That's what I think. But I think it's best because it will take care of her. Because I don't know how much I would support her on my own. It would be almost impossible. Where am I now? Am I not going to the lookout tower? It's so strange. It's so strange that we're supposed to go to the lookout tower and yet we're like weirdly lost in this forest. I don't even know where I'm going either. I'm so lost. Oh, what was that? The reindeer just propped itself up and then ran off. Her family agrees with your decision. You find a fantastic place in Boulder and move her there. You see her every day, then every other day. Ooh. You go out to the bar with your old friends. It's not the same. You get the feeling that every wife tells her husband, if you ever put me in a home like Henry did, I will cut your balls off. What? You slowly decide to not see your old friends that much. Wow, that is garbage, dude. Do they not understand how much of a pain it is to, like, to hear that? Like, do they not really understand our character's feeling, really? Like, bro, you don't just go behind their backs and let them hear that you would, like, not do the thing. Because it's not easy. Like, we don't have the medical, like, knowledge to handle the whole thing. And on top of that, like, we aren't, like, what if she gets an episode and then, you know, she goes into a frenzy and then attacks me and thinks that I'm a thief in the house or something. It can happen. You don't know that. So if you want to bear having my character, like, get stabbed because she just thought I was a thief in the house, then you know it's not going to be great. These friends aren't really friends, if anything, I'd say. Another year passed, 1989. Julia's sister Susan moves to Boulder to be close to her. She visits her every day. You go with her some of the time. Susan buys you an old typewriter and urges you to use it if you won't see a therapist. You won't. You always really liked Susan. What? Don't say that. Unless you meant like her as a sister, like a familial family. Actually, we really don't know much of his family though. We didn't hear much about his family, like his parents were siblings or anything. Months go by. Mayhem dies. Rest in peace, Mayhem. You were a scared little fragile dog who couldn't handle the thief or the guy with the knife. Julia doesn't remember him when you tell her. Ooh. Sometimes it takes her a minute to lock in on you. In the back of your mind, you believe it's because you see her less and less, which I suspected. From this whole thing, I kind of suspected the less and less is going to happen. And seeing her less and less makes her forget you more, you think. Most likely. There's not a you think. It's most likely happening. Summer is coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. Wow. And so this is where we're at. we're just taking the job as being a ranger, a park ranger. So it's a fairly new job for our character. Enter the lookout tower. That is a really cool way of setting up a pre-story to a story to the character that we're developing out of this game. It's quite a unique way to put the player in the perspective of who we are as a character. And I think that although at first I was a little skeptical, I was a little bit like concerned that I wouldn't feel connected to our character so far. I'm glad that we get like sort of like this whole sort of like you get to decide how you are, because you connect to the character much more, because it's on the it's on you as a player to decide if you want to play it a certain way or not, and it's really nice. Is there an achievement to jump off the cliff? I hope not. Or jump off the tower rather. I don't think you can, but actually, is there a photo mode? There's definitely not a photo mode, is there? Oh, there's a current day, so we're most likely not gonna have like a thing for the, we're probably gonna have to rely on days of stuff. Let me actually see if I can get a thumbnail for this episode. I don't think the thumbnails for this episode's or for this series is gonna be easy. But yeah, it's a very short game, I guess, or a pretty short game, I guess. So let's do this, and I'll probably most likely edit how I'm gonna around here, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna do some Steam picturing for myself, because I actually like the environment a lot for this one. Alright, let's get on up to the tower. We're supposedly gonna close this episode out soon, so I'll go to the top and see where we're at for the ending of this episode here, so we'll see. But yeah, supposedly this is a shorter series or a shorter game, so I'm looking forward to where this journey ends in such a short amount of time. even though I don't want it to end that fast, but then again, it's hard to say if there's anything crazy that will happen, but we'll see. What is this? Propane tanks? Why would you put... Oh, I guess like maybe if you want to cook something, but you know, when you're in wood, like if things are made out of wood, why would you ever want to cook anything or make any fires near this place? Turn on the power. Map table, desk lamp, radio. I think I need to charge it. Pine cone. Oh, dang it. No! There we go. I gotta put it back, but it's not putting it back in. Okay, there we go. Better. Better a little bit. Is this the power?
Hello, Two Forks Tower.
Hold left shift to activate radio. Oh. Oh, wait. How do we... Oh, I see. Scroll the wheel and then left shift. Release left shift. Okay.
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
So, what's wrong with you?
Excuse me?
People take this job to get away from something. So, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
What? Maybe nobody at home can stand you?
You're probably out here because nobody back home can stand you. Which, after this brief introduction, is not a big shock.
Ouch. I'll chalk that up to you being tired and grumpy.
Well, I'd better get some sleep then.
One sec. Now it's my turn.
God dang it.
Okay, good night, bye.
Let's see. I don't know anything about you. I say you got fired from your job and have finally decided to write your novel. That's the sort of bullshit reason you'll find a man out in the woods.
Good night.
Welcome to the job.
Firewatch. Wow, so that's the whole introduction to this. Day 1. What? That's crazy, though. That's kind of like...
Henry, well, I guess good afternoon. You probably slept like a rock. Anyway, there's still a few hours of daylight to get some work in. I can see you at your desk, so call me when you're ready.
Hey, sorry. Guess I slept in.
You got a relaxing, 14 hours of sleep? Ooh.
Yeah, Jesus. I guess it's, 6?
6:45.
Whoops.
Don't worry about it. That hike puts everyone out of commission for a day or two. But now that you're up, let me quickly get you acquainted with the job. There's a thing in the middle of your room with a round map on it. Do you see it?
Yeah. Alright, I want to see if I could examine it. Oh, jeez, that's really bad.
It's right in the middle of your room.
I know, I got it. Don't mind your mind alone. I don't want to read the rest, but I can probably let you guys pause and read. I can't
miss it.
Ooh, that was a perfect put back into place. I will leave this for myself in the next episode. So I'm going to save game, I guess, now. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, I'm just letting her speak on her mind. But thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one or in Nobody Minds. And hope you guys have a great, amazing day. Good night to everyone watching this. So far, very interesting start for Firewatch. I did not anticipate to be going through a character customization builder, through a bunch of scenario and storyline stuff. I just never expected that because that was very out of the blue. But I can see the unique appeal of trying to connect with our own kind of character style up front first. And I mean, it is kind of slow a little bit for that reason, but I think that now we're getting to the crux or the core part of this game, which is the sort of like day-by-day situation in the Firewatch park or the Two Forks park, that I'm just like, this is going to be interesting now, because now we're playing on the narrative of what our character is, in opposed to this lady named Delilah, which I have no clue what to think about for Delilah. Is Delilah going to end up being a friend that will help us get out of this rut that we're going through, or is she going to be some sort of like the new flame to get him back on his course of being with Julia, or is he gonna give up on Julia at this point? You know, with Delilah trying to help him, kind of therapeutic. He doesn't have a therapist. He needs a therapy in a way that I think Delilah kind of serves as a character for his life, I think. So we'll see what happens. I don't expect much. I don't expect anything crazy, but it's kind of interesting. It's kind of like very impactful mentally, I think, personally. Psychologically, mentally, I think this game is a very thoughtful kind of game that I really appreciate so far as of this point. So anyways, let's get to the next episode when we can. I'm not going to record another episode till another week because I am actually done for the week for what I was trying to record, and this was a start of this series, so I wanted to get this one started here. So yeah, see you guys next time, and until then, Roz out.